cloud. It may be AWS cloud, or it may be Azure cloud, or it may be Google cloud. So for our tutorial, so what we are going to do is we are considering the cloud, right? The cloud is in terms of the Amazon Web Services. From AWS cloud, we are going to get the system. That system we can call it as the server. In case of AWS, they are calling the system name is the EC2 instance, right? Now whole thing about this class is that before going to install the Jenkins software, first we are going to get the EC2 instance from the AWS cloud, right? So this is what our first class agenda, right? Now we'll go back to the website, right? So here how to I hope everybody knows the how to create the right AWS account, right? So how to log into the AWS account? The first point is that how to log into the AWS account. So if you want to log into the AWS account, just type aws.amazon.com, right? So if you don't have account, just to create one account, right? It is simple like how you are right creating account using Facebook, something like it will be. If you have already account, just click on the sign in, right? Just click on the sign in if you have already account, right? So here what is the service we are expecting, guys? What is the service expecting? Server, right? System, right? So that service here we are calling as the, or we are telling as the EC2 instance, right? So that service we are calling as the EC2 service. EC2 means Elastic Cloud Service, right? EC2 we are using, right? Now just click on this EC2 service. Or one more way that if you search here, right? If you search here, we have the search button, right? If you search here, you will find the virtual service in the cloud. If you click on here also, you will be getting the same thing, right? Now what is our requirement, guys? What is our requirement? We need to get the instance. If you see this, scroll down something like this, we can see instance, instance type, launch template, all these things we will see under AWS course, right? So just I'm clicking on the how many instances are running correctly, right? So it will show that how many instances are running currently. Now what is the thing we want to do is we want to install or launch the one more brand new operating system for installation of the Jenkins. So how to install, right? Here we have seen something called as the launch instance, guys. Here we have the launch instance, right? Just click on the launch instant, right? Just click on the launch instance. So these things will be right we need to provide in order to get the brand new operating system. For example, so what I'm giving, so they are asking that what is your system name, something like this. I'm giving some things, Jenkins, right? So Jenkins practical something away game, it can be any name, guys, right? Jenkins practical, the name is right. Now once it is completed, the next thing is that we have different operating system, right? It may be Amazon operating system, or it may be Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, Fedora. We have different kind of distributions, right? Out of this, whichever you require, you select it. So as this tutorial, I'm going for the Amazon Linux. So once you select this operating system, you will be getting the Amazon machine image, right? AMI you will be getting. See that if you are for learning purpose or practicing purpose, right? So you try to take the free tier eligible, guys. Then it will be free. It means that without paying any bill, we can use this system, right? So for that reason, so this is free tier eligible. Then again, so if you see that some of them are not free tier eligible. What is the meaning of not free tier eligible? Means those are high-end operating systems, right? For basic they are providing the free, right? So let it be in this case, I'll select Amazon Linux to AMI. It may be anything, but it may be anything, guys. It may be an Amazon Linux 2023 or Amazon Linux 2 AMI, or it may be Ubuntu, whatever it may be. That is according to your wish, right? So in this case, I am selecting the Amazon Linux 2 AMI, right? Now operating system is selected, guys. So see that it is 64-bit architecture, right? So they have given Amazon machine image ID also they have given. Now if you want to see that instant means that operating system type, they have given some T2 micro, 1 CPU core, 1 GB memory. So all these things they have given, right? Pricing, everything they have given, right? Now one more thing, there are 2 points to be noted down, guys. The first one is one thing called as the key pair login, another one is called as the security group, right? We will see what is the meaning of key pair and security group. For example, suppose, right, here we have the one PC somewhere. here we have somewhere in the world another PC, right? So now we have the IP address of the each PC, right? Unique, right? Let it be 168.1.1. This is 192.168.1.3 some IP address, right? Let it be 2.3 or something. So this is different system, this is different system, right? If you want to communicate this system with this system, right, what we required, guys? We required something called as the networking should be enabled, right? So networking connectivity should be there. Remember, in the real world, without networking connectivity, we cannot able to communicate one system to the another system. Guys, this is purely computer networking concept, right? Once time permit, we'll discuss this one also, right? So it means that we should have the networking connectivity. The moment if you get this PC1 to PC2, right, if you want to get some information from here to PC1, first what we have to do is we need to get the authentication. Authentication means first we need to get the approval. So for that we need to enter the username and password. Now why I am discussing this thing is that I am using the Amazon Web Service AWS cloud system, but where I am operating this one, I am not going into the AWS server, right? Whichever it may be, either it may be Asia, it may be Mumbai, or it may be some other country, right? From my home laptop, I am launching the Amazon Web Services. Now if you see this, from my laptop I am launching the one more system. Why I am launching the one more system? Here I am using the cloud services. But one more point is that my system, it is working with the Windows operating system. In real-time production, 99.9% we use the Linux based operating system, right? So it means that I am launching the from my home to system, getting the system from the Amazon Web Services, right? So we have created, right? Now after getting the, right, AWS will provide one brand new system for you. Now next time what you have to do is, right, we need to log into the system, right? This system we need to log in, right? If you don't have the authentication or authorization means what will be happen, guys? If you don't have authentication, some other guy will come, he will also access your data, then he will steal entire your data. For that we require the authentication, right? So authentication, what are the type of authentication we have? One is username password authentication we have, right? Username password authentication we have. Then one more authentication, something like this, right? So we used to provide the username, guys, then password is the verb we used to provide. Then one more, this is not some kind of more secure way. So another one is we used to provide username instead of the password, right? So instead of the password, what we used to provide is we used to provide key, right? This key is encrypted, key is encryption, right? Username is the same, but password we are using the, instead of password, encryption key. This key will be available only with you, so that nobody will get that key unless otherwise you share to the someone. So here what is the exact meaning of key pair login means? The moment you try to connect the AWS server from your home computer, we should have the logins. So for that we need to create the login account. Here we are not using the simple username password authentication mechanism. Here we are using something called as the key based authentication, right? So for that we need to select the key pair. So how to create the key pair? If you don't have any key pair, just click on the create key pair. You just give some random name, right? So random name. So what is the algorithm we need to use? I told, right? Encryption key algorithm will be, then we have the two types, PEM, PPK. If you are installing, right, from your home system, we need to software, right? That software is nothing but either putty, right? We have the different softwares, right? Putty, Mova Xterm, then one more is the bash is there. So by using these softwares, we are going to connect it to the AWS server. Once it is done, now just click on the create key pair, so that automatically key pair will be downloaded. This key pair you have to save in your system, right? For example, here it is, random is there, right? So just I'm copying this system, right? Copying this key pair, just I'm going to save here, right? I'm going to paste this key pair here, right? Now see that what is the name of that key pair? Random.pem, right? By using this key we are going to launch the system, right? So this is what. Now next what we have to do is, this part is completed, right? We have created the key pair. Now come to here down, we have the firewall settings, that in AWS we are calling as the security group. Security group means if you want to connect something like this, guys, from your home system, what is the software you are using? Either putty you can use or mobile xterm you can use. Then one more is the git bash we will use, right? These are the tools which is used to connect to the remote machine, AWS machine, right? If you see that your entry point, right, this is nothing but entry point, right? The moment you entry to the some other system, the only IP address will not be sufficient, guys. There is something called as the port address. This is completely networking concept. If you see that how many ports will be there in each system means 2 power 16. So 65,535 ports will be there. Total number of ports will be 65,535 port will be there. The moment you type the service, what is the type you are servicing? Internet connection, right? Sorry, you are going to connect, right? Either we have the telnet connection, then one more called as the secure shell connection, right? So in this case we will try to use the secure shell connection, right? So along with this will work some port number. That port number is 22 in this case. What is the meaning of this one is, in this system, right, in this system, if the port number 22 is allowed, then only you can able to log in into the system, right? If port number 22 is not allowed, whatever you try, right, however you try to connect, you cannot able to connect. Even you have the key also, you cannot able to connect, right? We have earlier generated random key, right? That key also you cannot, with the help of that key also you cannot able to log into the AWS, right? So here important one more point is creating the firewall. Firewall means we are going to protect our system by enabling which one can enter, which one cannot enter, right? The moment we go depth into the subject, we will understand how to create the security groups, what is the modification we can do, right? So in this case what I am doing, see that allow SSH traffic from anywhere. Anywhere means anyone in the world can access if they have the key. If you have your own IP address only access means this is your own IP address, right? If you have the doubt, right, so just type the show my IP, something like this. If you type like this, you will be getting, what is that IP, guys? We are getting 49204, right? What is the IP address you are getting? 49204, right? It means that if you want someone access this system, the person who comes with this IP address only he can able to access the system. What is the port number? SSH 22 port number, right? So see, like this we can able to provide the firewall or security group operation, right? So let it be, for example, anyone anywhere can access this. Again, what is 0.0.0? It is completely networking concept, guys, right? Otherwise I have some security groups, just I am going to select. By default I am giving the all permissions. So for your case what you do is just click on the create security group, then here, right, so just select this one, then automatically it will create a security group for you. So in this case I have already security group, right? So one security group I attached. It may be anything, just what is the priority you have given. Based on this I have one of the security group called as the all permissions, right? So once it is completed, see that we have configuration, how much 8 GB it is providing. So everything is ready. Once it is done, next click on the launch system, right? So click on the launch system, right? If you launch the system, see that it is success, right? Just come to down. Now again you go to the view all the instances, right? Go to view all the instances, click on this one. Now what is the name of the instance we have given? What is the name, guys, we have given? Jenkins practice, right? If you see that it is not yet running, right, you just try to refresh. In order to create the system it will take some, guys, right? So Jenkins practicals, right, the system name we have, right? We have brand new system is Jenkins practicals, right? See, it is running. If you want to see that IP address means just click on the networking. Here we have the networking, right? Just click on the networking. You can see that IPv6 address, IPv4 address also. We'll see that, guys, in a minute it will generate the, see, we have the private IP address, we have the public IP address. Public IP address means we can interact through the word. Private IP address means only within your private network only you can able to communicate. Later on we will see what is the difference between public IP address as well as the private IP address, right? Now it is running, right? System is running at where? It is running at the AWS cloud. Now what we have to do, we need to connect this system from our home laptop. I mean this is the my own laptop. From here I need to connect the AWS system, right? So how to connect, that is the important. So directly from my system I cannot able to connect. So for that I need some softwares. It may be putty is the one kind of software, right? We need to install. Just click on this one, next. You will be finding the putty software, or one more software is the mobile xterm is the another software, right? So if you click on this, you can download it. This is also one. Another one is the git bash, right? You just click on git bash. Then source code management tool, just click on the what type of version Windows is we require, then click on if it is 32-bit or 64-bit, just to download according to your requirement, right? So I'm going to explain in after a few classes, git classes also, right guys? So for that reason I'm using the git bash in our lecture, right? So for example, see, after installation, just search git bash is there or not, right? Here I have the git bash. Just I am opening the git bash. See how it is opening, like this it is opening. By using this terminal or tool software, we are going to connect from the, see, remember that this tool or software which is installed in the my home system, nothing but my native system, it is installed. Now by using this one, what I am going to do, I am going to connect with the AWS server, right? So AWS server is where it were located somewhere, right? So here in this case, where it is located, if you see that it is located at the Mumbai, right? So this system we got from the Mumbai. From my own computer I need to access this system, right? So for that, out of these systems are there in my case. So for that reason I want to select which system to be connected. Jenkins practical is to be connected, right? So once it is done, right, just click on connect, right, to connect with the server which is available at the Mumbai. So just click on connect, guys. First we need to select this one, which operating system to be launched or connected, then click on connect. Here we have the different way. As we discussed, we are using the secure shell, right, SSH connection, right? Just come down. So this is the, right, how to login means the command is ssh -i. So here we are using the username. What is the username of the system they are providing by default? ec2_user. For Red Hat system, Amazon, they are providing username is 1. Here we can type the IP address or we can type the domain name also. So what we have to type here is one thing, ssh -i. So here we need to write the password, right? Instead of password, what we are doing, we have the file, right, key file we generated, right? That key file we are using. Then one more thing we have to use, what is the username? So ec2 is the username. ec2 is the user, or one system we will be having the multiple user, right? For that, which user we need to select, that is ec2 user @ IP address, or this we can use, right? You don't need to remember all these things, just copy this one, right? If you copy this one, then again go back to your home system, right? So now before going to that, paste here, just check where you are, right? So which location you are? You are in the present work directory, means under C user some folder. Now just paste this key, right? This is folder, right? Now what we have to do, we need to paste this key from AWS server, right? Just copy this one, then again come back to here, your git bash, then paste here. Now try to enter. Now what is happening, right? It is asking for yes, right? So yes, it is asking for yes. Now what is it is telling, guys? The permission is denied. Why it is permission is denied? See that, identifying the file random.pem not accessible. What is the meaning of this, guys? Here we have the file random.pem, right? Then why it is not connecting? Why it is not connecting, guys? The reason is that this is the important point to be remember. Which location we are in? We are in this location. But where is our file? That PEM file is where? It is in the desktop. Now what we have to do is we need to shift from this corresponding location to the desktop. For that, what is the command we need to use? cd desktop, right? Now which location we are? We are in the desktop location. If you have ls command, just to type this. See, here we have something called as, what is that key name we have created? Random.pem is screen, right? Now again go back to the AWS server, copy this key, right? Then come to git bash, then again type it. Now just paste here, just run, right? Now what will be happen? So it is automatically connect to the Amazon license, right? If I type who am I, what it is showing? I am the EC2 user. So who is EC2 user? This guy is the EC2 user, right? So this guy is EC2 user. So like that we are going to access the system. So then we can perform the whatever the command, calendar, date, ls, m, so whatever it may be, we can able to perform, right? So today's class we have learned, right? The objective is that what is the importance of the Jenkins CI/CD, right? So here we Jenkins CI/CD pipeline tool, right, which is work based on the Java programming. Then what we have done is we have installed EC2 instance from AWS cloud.